Hi, my name is Wilx, and this is episode 29 of Project Ozone 2 Reloaded here in Titan mode. Today I'm going to show you how to make some HDPE pellets. You're going to need those to be able to make things like big reactor uranium fuel rods. But to get there, we're going to have to do a whole bunch of PneumaticCraft. We're going to have to make the Amadron Prime, which is their slang on Amazon, I guess, where you get to order things by drone. And we're going to use it to make some printed circuit boards, a UV Lightbox, and all that to make some pressurized reaction chambers, or PRCs, for the HDPE pellets. I'd rather say high-density polyethylene. I find that easier than trying to pronounce out the letters. They just don't seem to flow for me. Okay, so let's show you what we're talking about here. If we want to make uranium fuel rods, there, you're going to need some HDPE sheets. Now, they do have EMC, so you only really need to make one of these sheets. And that's going to need 3 of these pellets. To make the pellets, we're going to need to use a pressurized reaction chamber. Don't try to type in PRC or you won't find it. Type in like reaction or something and find it that way. And we're going to get the HDPE pellets out of that. And we're actually going to need 2 of these in the process to do the whole thing, and a few other mechanism machines. But the interesting part of trying to make a PRC, which is, we'll type in reaction. A lot less of that than there is of pressurized. So there are recipes for the basic gas tank. You can find them in here. You can even check U on top of them and find the advanced, and then the elite, and then the ultimate gas tank that way. I don't know why NEI is not showing them normally. Okay, so the interesting part about these is going to be this here, the enrichment chamber. Now, you're also going to need an enrichment chamber, and you're going to need 2 of these pressurized reaction chambers. So basically, you need to make 3 enrichment chambers. And to do that, we're going to, all the rest of this stuff is easy. The difficult part is these printed circuit boards. To make printed circuit boards, well, so you're going to need to make 3 of these each, the capacitors and the transistors, and 6 of these things. Now, I've already gone ahead and made the 2 PRCs, but I didn't make the reaction chamber, so I'm just going to be making 2 of these things now. Okay, now this method, all these machines here need PCBs to make them, so we can't use that process yet. We have to do the more primitive method, where we take and we throw, place down a block of etching acid, throw in an empty PCB that's been exposed to a UV light box, and this process takes 5 minutes. So, to get a UV light box, the UV light box needs a printed circuit board blueprint. And the rest of the stuff is easy. To get the printed circuit board blueprint, we made to make an Amadron tablet. The Amadron tablet, that guy's getting awfully close to me, is just some gray plastic, GPS tool, which has some red plastic in it, and this thing, which is easy stuff. Let me just go get rid of, where are you? You're gone. Is it getting light out or something? Where'd he go? I don't know. Okay. So, to get this tablet, now I have already made one. And I just showed you how to make one. You're also going to need a charging station to charge this thing. So let's show you the charging station. Charging station is really easy stuff, just some bricks, some cobblestone slabs, and a pressure tube. So you take your tablet once you made it, you stick it here in this thing, make sure it's connected to pressure, and it fills up. Mine only goes to 3.8 because I've got that. I got a shut off over here that's keeping it from going to 5 basically. I could put it up a little bit more, but I don't need any more than that. So to use this thing, take a chest, put some emeralds in it, at least 8 of them. Shift, right click, see the down on the bottom left hand corner there, it's now connected to that. So we right click on this and we see a bunch of different things we can buy or sell. So we can buy the PCB that we need, or the blueprints things, the assembly programs for that other stuff. We can trade in some liquids for some emeralds, or emeralds for liquids. And we can use emeralds to buy some stuff, like if you didn't have chicken and you needed it, or you needed, well, that's cooked steak, that's probably not going to do you any good. Use paper to get emeralds. Yeah, so there's a few odds and ends, but nothing really exciting in there. The most fun part about this is when we click on this. Oh, now to order something. I was clicking add trade and then typing in stuff here and amounts there, and all it did was kept eating my emeralds, and I played with it and played with it. I spent way too much time being foolish, not knowing how to use this thing. So let me explain. It's dirt simple. That's not how you do it. Don't press this. Right click on this arrow. This is the trade we want, so we right click on this arrow here and it marks it up 1. If we right click it some more, we'll get more of them. We only need 1 though, so I'm left clicking to send it back. So get what you want on the order. Then this is your basket, and a drone will come and pick up your items, and another will bring your purchased items. So we press order. We look up there and we see that a little drone has appeared. And this drone is flying down to our chest. Our chest has 32 emeralds in it now. The drone grabbed 8 of them. And it flies back up there. Once it gets up to its height, it sends another drone. And another drone is coming back down. And it's going to come back down here and it's going to drop our printed circuit board in it. Kind of fun. And we've got it. Now, since I have already made our UV light box, I'll show you the recipe for that again. UV. And so the rest of it is all pretty simple. The most interesting part about this was trying to place it down. I tried to place it here and it just wouldn't connect up to the pipes. It has to end up being placed on the north-south as far as I could see. And it connected very nicely there. Didn't try to move it after I got it to work. Okay, so we're finished with this thing now. And we've got that. Let's get on to making some of our stuff. So for our reaction, let's try it in piece. Okay. So etching acid after it's been exposed to that, so we need these things first. These things, which are the empty PCBs, are green plastic and compressed iron. And so I need 2 of them, you're going to need 6 of them. So we come here to the plastics, we click on the plastic selection, click on green, I'm going to click it twice. And I've got my 2 green plastic. Come over here. This switch is in the off position, so that nothing can get out until I tell it to. And we come down here and stick those in. Oh, I'm going to steal these 10 speed upgrades for now. And I'm going to put half of them in here and half of them in here, so we don't have to wait so long. Now, that should be finished what it had to do. Yep. Click that. Watch these things come through. They come through one at a time, so the speed upgrades really made a difference, by the way. It would have taken forever. Okay, then we come over here We've got our UV light box. Oh, we want our speed upgrades back. I should have made more speed upgrades. I think those even have a... No, they don't have an EMC, but they're easy to make. Whoops, not in there. In here. I should put one of those safety mechanisms on this as well, just in case. So we put that in there. It sucks up all the pressure in the line. It's going to take it a minute. But my things are kicking in over there, making more pressure pretty fast. That's one. This would take way longer without those speed upgrades in there. I'll wait till it makes the second one. I wonder if I can put a tank on here or something that keeps pressure. That's 2. Okay. Now, etching acid. I got mine from a cow, but you can make etching acid. Etching acid. And it's water bucket, 2 spider eyes, green plastic, round of flesh, and gunpowder. Simple. So, we just throw them into our etching acid. And that's going to take it about 5 minutes. So while it's doing that, let's come over here and we need to make some capacitors and some transistors. And we're going to need black. I'm going to need 6 of them. And I'm going to need cyan. And I'm going to need 6 of those. And then we come back. We're finished with you, right? Yes, I should have made more. I will, off camera. Okay, so we put those in. You're in the off position, yep. Done. We've got all those. Okay. Whoop. I just saw it pop up. Does that mean it's done? %, 100%. Oh, etching process 3364. Nope, not done yet. I guess they jump in and out each time they hit another step in the process. So they're not done yet. Okay. Well, let's come over here. And I'll come back and we'll make the enrichment chamber later. So, I was going to take that out. That's dumb, it's still there. Okay, so here's the process. First step is an electrolytic separator. Let's show you how to make one of those. Whoops. Look. I can't spell. This thing here. So it's iron, some redstone, some enriched alloys. That's all the easy stuff. That's all the easy stuff. Okay. You have stopped. Oh. Okay, I originally said that I was going to use the ME system to do this and decided against it, even though I made all the stuff I needed for it, just so this wouldn't happen. because the issue was I didn't need that many of these things. I didn't think about it. I only needed one. So there. Now that thing is doing is what it needs. Okay, it's emptying out. So what this thing is doing is it's taking water in from the back. It's putting out hydrogen on this side and oxygen on this side, both in gaseous form. So the hydrogen is going over to this PRC here. And this PRC, so it's taking in the hydrogen from that side. It's taking in biofuel from underneath. It's taking water in from the back. Well, you can set sides for things. I read somewhere that water had to come in from the back. I don't know if that's true or not. I just read it on a note from somebody on Reddit or something. So I deliberately put the water in the back and didn't worry about it. It worked there. And then what comes out of this, it makes substrate, and that's being fed to the next PRC. And then the gas that comes out of it comes over here, and it's ethylene gas coming in this side into a rotary condenser. Rotary condenser, again, it's pretty simple. Rotary condenser is basic stuff, basic tank. So not too difficult. Okay, so ethylene comes in this side, and because it's condensating in there, it's turning it into a liquid that comes over here. If you hit this, it changes liquids into gases instead. So the liquid ethylene is coming in here, and the gaseous oxygen is coming in from there, and the substrate is coming in from the top. It's got power coming up from the bottom. And again, notice I've got the liquid coming in from the back of the PRC. And then it's putting out our HDPE pellets over here. We got 492 of them so far. We only really needed about 3, but who knows, we might need it for something else. Okay, let's come back over here. It just popped up. So does that mean it's not finished yet? That one's done. Well, it doesn't look quite finished, even though it says 100%. Oh, there. There we go. Both done. Okay, so now that they're done, we'll go over to a terminal. And we need, what was it called? An enrichment chamber. I can't type. Okay, enrichment chamber. So we got our two PCBs. Steel casing is easy stuff. Why don't I put the two PCBs in? What is it unhappy about? Unassembled. Okay. Unassembled. What does that mean? Did I do something wrong here? So what were we? Enrichment. I'm getting flustered. You can tell, eh? Okay. Did we combine it with the... Oh, unassembled. Right. I'm being dumb. Okay.
That's one of them. That's two of them. And that's our enrichment chamber. And you got to do that 3 times if you want to make two of the PRCs. Okay, these are all mechanism machines. I just need power. I would put it over by the others. There we go. And we are going to need actually, let's grab a stack. It's going to be a little slow about it because I haven't put any speed upgrades in or anything, but we just need like 3 of the... Oh, we just need 1 of these things anyways. So that would allow us to make our fuel rods. Okay, so I showed you all of that. I'm going to ask you a question. I upgraded this so that it now is getting... it's 6 of these things here. But it's not nearly fast enough. I need a lot more EMC creation. See, what I'm doing with it is I'm making singularities. The reason I'm doing that is to make infinity ingots. And I'm going to need a bunch of these. I'm going to need... To make that, we need infinity catalysts. That's the difficult part. And I'm going to need a total of about 99 of these. And there's a lot of singularities in here. Now, admittedly, I'm starting with one of the more difficult ones, the gold one, but that's not even the most difficult. Signalum, I'm sure, takes more, and Endurium probably takes more than gold. So I need to create a lot more EMC. Now, I could upgrade it with a whole bunch more of these. Or I could take the suggestion that a whole bunch of you suggested to me and use a tank with bedrockium in it and put it into an auto caster. So instead of a regular casting basin, we can use one of these. It's powered and it goes faster, especially if you get like a resonant with all the upgrades and stuff, rather than just pumping it into a normal casting basin. So, which one is going to create them faster with the least amount of lag? It's not how many of them that bothers me, it's how much lag I'm creating. And I'm going to start ripping out stuff around here that I don't need. I'll keep that going because I'm still want to get into RF tools stuff. I'll rip this out. There's no need for it to be there. I've actually cut the power off to it. And I'll pull this out now that I don't need it, even though I just made it. And so I'll shut down a couple of odds and ends of things. I'll get rid of this tree farm over here. Probably easier to just make the charcoal with a energy condenser. So I might simplify this a little bit by putting in an energy condenser or 2. And that'll create a little bit less lag as I put a lot more of either these or the autocasters in here. So which do you think would be better? Autocasters with bedrockium or these things with nether stars? Oh, this thing's shut off. I bet you I know what it is. Yeah, it's at a niter. I got to plant another niter plant. I did put in 1 niter plant. I'm going to put in a second one now. Let's do that right now. Niter plant and a crop stick. So that's my second one. See if that balances it out. In the meantime, I've got a bunch of niter already made in here that I haven't been... Whoops. What did I just do? I don't even know what I hit. Let's try this again. trying not to look at my keyboard this time. Actually, I don't need to type in up here. Okay, and we'll just shove that in there. That'll get it all going full tilt again. Okay. Well, that covers it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you next time. Go out there and have some fun. Thanks.